Hey, what's up, guys? We are back at it again, ready to rock the Barbarian challenge. I came back from Finland, and I would have done this as early as possible, right? But unfortunately, I was traveling yesterday, so I wasn't able to get the video out right as the challenge started. I'm still ready to show you guys what I think about the challenge. So first off, if you guys haven't played it before, essentially there's a powerful rock barbarian boy in the middle, and he'll rage up a couple units when he hits his guitar. So you're going to want to end up making sure that every single time that you're fighting, you're going to be winning the battles at the river and then stopping your opponent from getting near the river, and also just running kind of spammy decks that can take full advantage of the rage effect. So for instance, Royal recruits do a great job at winning bridge battles. They also, when they move faster, since they are slow intrinsically, they're going to get a pretty big benefit. And there's going to be some other decks I'm going to be playing. I'm going to show two different decks today, two of the top decks. And the Royal Recruits deck, you can run it with Electro Spirit, or you can run it with Arrows, or even Mighty Miner. I haven't played the challenge that much so far, so we're just going to jump in and see if we can wreck people, and see if my premise is going to work out. The Royal Recruits, Royal Hogs, really good synergy. You drop your Zappies in the back to start off your push, then you go Recruits at the river. The reason why you go Zappies in the back is then your opponent isn't going to go in for a log and then go in for a lot of spam when you go Recruits in the back. If they go in for a log on top of your recruits, then they're able to spell it out with a poison and then hit the tower, and it just feels awful. If they poison Zappies, then you're going to go Recruits at the river, and you're going to be laughing at them because then they won't have the spell for the fly machine. That's one of the reasons why this deck is just really good. Nice adaptability, nice defense with the Zappies in the back and Recruits at the river. You can run Golden Knight, Mighty Miner, or even Arrows in place of the Electro Spirit here. I don't know which one will be best. If there's a lot of Elixir Golem, I would definitely run Fireball plus Arrows because it kills Electro Dragon and all their stuff that is clumped up together. This deck, really fast-paced, and it might be overpowered because Mighty Miner in this game mode is going to get raged up all the time. So then, you guys remember when Mighty Miner was overpowered and it just had the fastest movement speed in the game, right? That was kind of crazy. It was so freaking insane how that card was a win condition. So those are my two ideas, and we'll see how they work. So let's just jump into the action here and test it out here. Let's run Arrows, might as well. And then after that, we're going to be jumping into the challenge and hopefully winning every game we play. Let's go. Also, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. What has life been like for everyone? Interested to hear. I don't necessarily like dropping Recruits at the river right now, but since we do get the benefit of running the Rage with the Barbarian in the middle, that is, I felt comfortable dropping Recruits at the river. I would never do that in the standard game mode. I just want to make that abundantly clear. If you play really defensive in this game mode, you're going to have a huge negative, right? Because you want to take the advantage of the game mode, right? You want to use the battle and the arena to your favor. Also, I'm going to show you my incredible shirt today after we win these couple games. It's pretty freaking hilarious. I never thought I would get such cool merch, but it made me happy. Is he sick? No, dude. I just got back from Finland. A little bit jet lagged, no doubt about it, but I'm feeling good. I'm having a great time, and I genuinely had one of the best trips I have ever had in my life. Not even as a YouTuber. That goes without saying. It was the best YouTube trip that I've ever had. But man, was it such a good trip when I just ended up getting to see the team, see Clash Royale, see Supercell in general. You don't really... So one of the things about Supercell is they're kind of the behind the scenes. They kind of just do their stuff, and then you don't get to hear about it until the update. I saw just how hard the team worked, how big they expanded. They're taking Clash Royale so seriously, and I wish I knew that before, because I was freaking out a little bit, honestly, after the update. I didn't really know what they would do. I didn't know if they were going to be yo, I'm going to really focus on this game. I'm going to make sure we put out bangers. Yeah, they're working incredibly hard behind the scenes, and yeah, I can safely say I'm not near as nervous as I was before, and I'm actually kind of stoked for the future of the game, which not something that I thought I would ever say. So yeah, that's a vibe. SirTag is the person who would play a meta deck against an Arena 1 player. Really? Am I that ruthless? Is that what I am? No, we'll take a look. I played against someone at 7,500 trophies, right? This guy's probably hit Ultimate Champion before. So we aren't diving deep into the challenge just yet. And, I mean, sometimes, let's be real, I do play meta decks in these challenges against people that are, not necessarily at the highest level. But it's what the challenge does, right? At the first couple games of the challenge, you're probably going to be playing against people that you have a bit of a higher rank than. And that's just how it works. And the good thing about this deck is, if you're a noob, you just drop your Recruits at the river after you go in for your Zappies in the back. So I go Zappies in the back, I split them up if I can. Okay, I actually misclicked. So even if you're a big noob like me, you can even miss and mess up and not drop in the right spot, and you're going to be completely okay with your position. This deck just destroys all the bait cards in the game, and then you're going for Royal Hogs afterward on the weak side where your opponent doesn't have any elixir, but goes Zappies in the back, and then Royal Recruits at the river. That's the only thing that you have to memorize. That's it. And then if your opponent uses Fireball on top of your Zappies or whatever, go for your Fly Machine. Your Fly Machine can snipe buildings. You also, if you drop it off to the side, it can sneak onto towers. It's just incredibly overpowered. So I do like this deck. All right, so we're jumping to the game right now, but while we're waiting for the game to load in, look guys, I'm a Barbarian. Honestly, probably one of the sickest shirts I've seen ever in Clash, right? I've never had such a cool merch. Never had that happen before, so made me really, really happy to get that. And I don't know, I was having a good time in life, and really, I don't know. I did not expect the trip to go near as well. I was like, what the heck? Everything that could have went right, went right. The trip, from a pragmatic standpoint of just like doing the trip itself, the trip was super easy, smooth, no problems, no questions asked. Like everything just went well. The flight back was like 9 hours. And that's from like Finland to Seattle, guys. 9 hours, right? That's insane. And then also it was like half empty, so I could stretch out my legs, and I could like sprawl across 2 seats. And I also got like priority check-in for whatever reason, because like no one was on the plane. So they allowed me to like check in early, and then also like make sure that I could get like a seat with extra legroom on top of that. It was awesome. And that was all for free too. That was like, if you go to the counter and sometimes there's like no one there, or you can just get a lot of free stuff. So it's cool. Anyway, we're gonna go Barbarian here. We should be able to finish off the Mother Witch. Definitely gonna be a problem though. I don't have the best card hand here, and I'm pretty sure the Mega Knight's gonna take my tower. But the good thing is, as you guys see with Royal Recruits, they take your tower, you're probably gonna take theirs too. And you're gonna also get opposite lane pressure at all points. So notice how he's done like 800 damage in the right-hand tower, and I've done a lot more than him on the left-hand side, so it looks good. You know, this game looks good. Pretty happy with our position in this one. We can go in for a Goblin Cage just to set up defensively, and then we can go in for Royal Hogs pushing the left whenever we want. Kind of want to do that so then we can get the benefit of the Rocker Boy. Come on. Yo, let's go. Okay, cool. We're going to get the piggies through the Mega Knight and get another 500 extra damage. It's always something that I like seeing. We're going to let the Mega Knight hopefully not jump on our tower. Oh, it's going to jump. That's unfortunate. I thought it would jump closer to the King Tower, but I got bamboozled. I got bamboozled. All right, we're going to Fireball here, and then we're going to have the recruits give us some extra value. And then I wonder if I want to go Fly Machine in the middle, or I'm just going to go in for Fly Machine and arrows, I think, is probably the play. No, I could have done that so much better. I could have done that so much better, guys. All right, so I need to be able to defend this. I can go for recruits, and I want to drop them in a spot where the Mega Knight doesn't jump. Okay, cool. And then we can go in for a Goblin Cage Brawler. Think we're to be A-okay? I think we got this. I'm just going to go Barbarian to guarantee that we can defend this. I'm going to go for Zappies afterward. So, I forget what he did. I wonder if he has got Mega Knight back, because if he does, I'm kind of screwed. I wonder if I can go Royal Hogs right now, and then get him to Mega Knight, and then Fireball and arrows and win. I wonder if that does enough. Nope. Not even close. Alright, so we have to just eat the Mega Knight and not drop anything in the middle, otherwise it's going to get pulled close to the King Tower. Or not close to the King Tower, but pulled in a spot that we can't afford to defend it. We go recruits here, just to stop the Mega Knight from taking us out. And then we should be okay with one more set of Royal Hogs. Using your King Tower to your advantage in this type of matchup is so nice, because you can just eat a lot more damage. As you guys saw, when the Mega Knight got pulled, it was super bad for me. Alright, we're going to be able to Fireball and walk with a W. Let's go! So even against Mega Knight Mother Witch, as you guys can see, these games have been pretty easy. And I'll show you guys for a sec, real quick. These guys that I've been playing against right now, they're definitely good players. Comparatively, right? Comparatively to the aggregate sense of Clash Royale, this guy has 7,500 trophies. So he's not Arena 1. You guys said Arena 1. Definitely not at the same rank as us, but, you know, these guys, you know, they're decent at the game, right? They're decent at the game. So, yeah, 7,500 trophies, 7,000 trophies, pretty easy stuff. But just to show you guys how little I've played Clash Royale, 5 days ago, this is when I went, when I was recording before the trip. I played more in for fun. And then we just have not played for the past 5 days, besides a little bit when I was in the airport, a little bit when I was chilling with everyone doing some, like, voice sessions or whatever. Yeah, we're chilling. So please play goblins only. I'm not going to play bad decks for this challenge. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes it could be fun to do that, but I try to make sure that I can show everyone the best decks for the challenges so you guys can have success, even if you don't play very well, or even if you don't really know what you're doing in the challenge. So I want to make sure that instead of just doing some meme stuff, I want to give everyone the benefit of seeing how you can win with like a really solid deck for the challenge or for the event, as you guys see. We'll also be switching up a little bit, and we'll be doing like a Wall Breakers, Mighty Miner, Fast Cycle deck with a whole bunch of spam too. I'm psyched for that. Always cheering for me up, SirTag. I lost someone recently, so and just my right leg. So thanks for cheering me up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, dude. Bucket shorts. That sounds brutal. Life sometimes just hits you in the wrong place at points, and there's not much else that I can say about that. Like, man, I know that the bad thing is like you never really know what's gonna happen in life, but you also never know what good things are around the corner too. So sending a lot of luck and love your way, and hopefully life gets a lot better. What camera do you record with? Some Sony one, man. I don't know. I actually don't know. It's just like some expensive Sony camera that I got a couple years ago, and I've never switched it since. Play Elixir Golem. It's one of the best decks for the challenge. The good thing about Elixir Golem is it gets destroyed by Fireball plus arrows. I purposely put Fireball plus arrows in this deck instead of running the version with like Mighty Miner, for instance, because I figured if people are going to be running Graveyard, I want to start, or sorry, not Graveyard, this guy's running Graveyard. If people are going to be running Elixir Golem, if I Fireball plus arrows, it kills the Electro Dragon and all the support cards behind the person that's running Elixir Golem. So you Fireball plus arrows, the Electro Dragon dies, and you damage down all of their other support, and it's really good. So that's one of the benefits of it. Oh, that was an interesting Graveyard. I think he's trying to rage up the Graveyard Skeletons. In reality, I don't think that's a great play for him. So definitely solid stuff for us. Interesting decision from him, but didn't work out in his favor. So we're going to go in for the Fly Machine in the middle, snipe the building, and then also get some value on top of the Ice Wizard as well. And we're going to go for Whale Hogs on the left-hand side or right, depending on where we're going. Okay, yeah, let's go right, because, we already have all our stuff on the left. We're already guaranteed that tower. We might even 3-crown him. So really quality stuff that you dominate the bridge battle. This shows the importance of running a deck that builds well with the challenge. If you're running Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon, and defensive cards, sure, they might get raged up here and now. But even if they get raged up, they're not really going to give you a big benefit. You want to rage up Royal Recruits, you want to rage up Zappies, you want to rage up Fly Machines, you want to rage up cards that you can win bridge battles with and that are actually intending to go and break through to lock onto towers. If you're running a raged card that gets directly on the tower, like a Miner maybe, or a Graveyard, probably not going to work very well in this challenge. So that's something that's huge. About to win all of them. I won all of them last time, so hopefully we can make that happen again. Okay, so this guy's going to have Fireball. I think I go Recruits at the river. If I go Recruits at the river and I get the rage benefit, it's going to be way harder for him to deal with this because it's already a difficult card to deal with, but it's way harder when it's raged up. Royal Recruits, when I'm getting the value of the rage, that's an extra, like, I don't know, I think I just got an extra, like, 4 elixir there of value with the Royal Recruits getting raged. So it's super solid stuff. And now we can go Piggy since we're up so much elixir because he ended up dropping a Wizard and he dropped a Tesla. So the way that you play this challenge is you find, oh, wait, my opponent dropped way too much cards on defense because my raged up cards made him drop more stuff. And then when he has less elixir, then you can go for more units in the other side, and it's kind of just like a spiral of doom for the opponent, right? You're always getting good elixir trades at all points in time because the raged up cards are demanding more answers. If you play an uber defensive deck, you're not going to be able to get that type of elixir trade. You're not going to be able to get that amount of value. So, pretty interesting. Also, I think Spear Goblins are insanely good in this challenge as well. Any bait card, really. Anything that moves fast and has a lot of attack damage. So that's huge. Let's go. Is there going to be a video today? This is going to be the video today. I did go and travel to Finland. So the fact that I was able to get videos at all was something that a lot of people just don't really realize or understand. But each of my videos takes 26 hours accumulatively for me and my team to create. And the fact that I was able to get 5 videos ahead for my trip is pretty crazy. I worked for like a couple weeks, honestly, close to a month, to get 5 or 6 videos ahead for my trip. And I refuse to put out videos that are not good. So even when I was on the trip, I was watching videos. We threw out videos that weren't good. We ended up making videos better by making changes. And yeah, I made sure that I only uploaded the best content that I possibly could. Videos that I personally enjoy. Maybe it's not a video that everyone enjoys, right? Because everyone has different tastes and whatever. But For me, every video that I upload on my YouTube channel is a video that I'm proud of and a video that I enjoy. And that's something that I can proudly say. All right, we're going to have to go Barbarian here. I don't think that that's going to stop it. I might just 3-crown him, though. But I think that's what we're going to do. It's interesting. This guy's got Mega Knight and Valkyrie, so not a deck that you would think that Royal Hogs, Royal Recruits are 3-crown, but I think it will happen, though. So I'm going to go for a Fireball here, and I'm going to Arrows as well, just for some more damage. Fly Machine locks on, 2 hits, and then it's over. Easy. So, yo. How was the trip? Anyway, it was the best trip I've ever had. So I went to Supercell HQ. I got to meet so many people that I didn't even know existed, man. And I was able to give my feedback on things. I was able to just talk to a lot of awesome people. It was the best trip I've ever had in my life. I'm counting like my vacations to New York. You've seen the US Open with my family. I'm counting like any tropical vacation that I had as a kid when I went to like Hawaii or wherever. Like I'm telling you, this was legitimately the best trip I've ever had, just because I was surrounded by so many passionate people. I learned so many new things. When you have your expectations low and you don't really know what's going to happen, and you're just like, okay, maybe I'll have a good time with some of my friends, and hopefully I'll have a fun time with Supercell, and everything ends up going well, then life is a lot better. If you set your expectations ridiculously high and things don't necessarily work out, then you're going to be bound to be disappointed. But if your expectations are low and you're like, okay, 20 hours of travel, probably going to be some delays, might even miss my flight. That's what I was thinking. Got to get there early. And everything just went really well. That's one of those things that I learned like as a human, just to set expectations low. And if the expectations are fulfilled, then you're going to be like, okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. If you set expectations high and you end up getting disappointed, it's one of the worst feelings in the world, at least from my experience. So, and then it's also one of the best feelings when you're like, worst case scenario, and then the best case scenario happens, which happened for me. So I always try to feel comfortable with bad things happening if they could happen, if I'm committing to a long-term thing. And that's just the way that I've learned to operate, because I don't know, I used to be like, I still am an overly optimistic person. That is intrinsically how I am as a person. But I try not to be as much anymore. Or I try to be more pragmatic about things. Yo, what is the best Royal Giant deck? Best Royal Giant deck, type in SirTagCR Royal Giant. And there's actually one that I posted a couple days ago or a week ago, and it is by far the best deck. It's the Skeleton King Royal Giant deck with Tombstone. You know what? I'll post that video down below in the pinned comment today on this video. I'll show you guys the best Royal Giant deck in the game. Muhammad Light finished he didn't finish. He was number 2 and number 3 in the world. And also maybe even number 1. I think he was number 1, 2, and 3 in the world. And he used this deck for 2 of his decks. So number 1 and number 2, he used this deck for. And it was crazy. It was really remarkable to see the best player in Clash Royale use this Royal Giant deck to beat the other best players in the game. And he won consistently. So that will be in the pinned comment if you guys want to check that out. Also, Carter, thank you for the $30. Dude, thank you so much. Holy, that's crazy. You guys go insane out here. So, huge shout out to Carter, guys. If you haven't already seen, $30 dono in the chat is absurd. He says, in your opinion, all right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what you're saying. I want to guarantee that I win this one, so I'm just going to drop Royal Recruits of the River, and then I will read your comment. In your opinion, should you use 2 different techs for competitive and ladder? I currently use Hog Rider Mortar. It seems to only work well when I play ranked. Could be bad matchups, I guess. So, if you're running the Hog Rider Mortar deck with Earthquake, right? And you're matching it into a lot of Loudhound decks, and you're running the Mighty Miner Royal Delivery one or with Ice Spirit, you can still win if you play well. But the deck doesn't work well into really crazy and funky decks if you overcommit once. Mighty Miner is one of the best cards in the game, and honestly, pro players are complaining. They're like, why was this not nerfed harder? It was just like the best overall card. Highest health, lots of versatility with the ability, and I think that deck in particular, you could play on ladder and competitive and be completely fine. And if you play on ladder and you're losing with it, the way that I see it is you're going to learn how to play the deck a little bit safer. If you're running a top tier deck that is played at top ladder like that, it can work everywhere. The only time it wouldn't work is in like in a special challenge. But yeah, I would run that everywhere because it will get you better at the game. You'll learn all the interactions just a little bit more. And when you're losing bad matchups, look at the replays and see, oh man, I had Hog Rider at this point and the guy actually didn't have a building. I could have went through and I could have done a lot of damage. So that's just one of those things that you got to look at your replays, watch pro players with that deck, and you'll get so much better. Bad matchups happen in every deck, though, man. So if you lose, don't get too disappointed by yourself. Don't get too caught up in bad matchups and be like, oh, man, I can't win that. Because sometimes you can't, and there's no point in stressing over it too much. But you can always improve your chances of winning by trying harder and learning some new tips and tricks and ways of playing matchups to increase your chances. Kind of like poker, right? Can't win with every hand, but you can increase your chances with optimal gameplay. Also, let's keep going. Let's keep looking at some more things for you guys. So, one thing that this guy did at the very start, he dropped double win conditions on both sides. Obviously, if you drop 9 or 10 elixir at the start, you are going to have no elixir to counter push with. If I end up dropping something on defense to offense and you need to defend it, and you drop 2 win conditions, you are 100% dead, my friend. So Galaxy is really from a different world, and it's working super well for us. Also, the cool thing about this is you guys are seeing Mega Knight every single game. So the thing is, if I drop Royal Recruits on defense, I'll stop the Mega Knight every time without too many worries. Unfortunately, Wallbreaker has put in so much work. Really, really, really strong when raged up. I like the arrows in this, actually. I think arrows, Barbaro, and Fireball is the best route to play with this deck. I don't think that the other stuff is as near as good. I was thinking Electro Spirit, but I haven't seen so many cards that are scary. Like, I haven't seen anyone running Bats, and Graveyard is awful in this game mode, so if someone runs Graveyard, it's already an automatic win. I don't need Electro Spirit to clean up the Graveyard skeletons, right? So, should be pretty solid stuff. Let's see if we can 3-crown this guy and bounce even further ahead. We're going to go for Whale Hogs here to tank for the Fly Machine, ideally. And the Fly Machine's going to walk on a tower. And then notice how he thought the Fly Machine was going to get targeted, so he wasn't going to respond. But we dropped the Whale Hogs last second and cheesed him. Snuck ahead and assassinated his tower like a ninja. Let's go, baby. We missed you. How was your trip, man? Yo, it was seriously such an awesome trip. I got to meet Drew for the first time. It was really cool. So, behind the scenes, Rick is working so hard at improving like all the content stuff. And I don't know, man. The people that I met, specifically Rick, really, really, really hard worker. Drew as well, from the standpoint of how Drew thinks and how he operates. I never got to know how he is as a person. The guy's just so chill. I really love him. And just the people on the Clash Royale team in general, you never get to know, right? Because maybe I message them. Maybe that's my only interaction. I see them in a text channel and I message them once. That's not a real interaction. You don't get to know anything about them. But seeing them in person and seeing how they think, what they're prioritizing, how they're working, like everything about that was so cool. I don't know. I think it was the most valuable experience for me as a content creator. Want to come to India? Dude, I want to go to India. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to China. I want to go to Korea. I want to go to almost every place in the world. Like, I need to experience new things, and I really want to. Oh, man. Mini Pekka's broken. Oh, no. I don't want to lose this game. All right, let's focus up a little bit. I don't think my body was ready for this. I don't think my body was ready for this. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe what just happened there. That was crazy. Oh, Zappies, though. Oh, my gosh. What? Excuse me, Zappies. You just took it out in the entire tower. That's crazy. Oh, this guy's good. I can't fire. Oh, I can. No, I can't. I thought I could because it got lit up by the Barbarian thing, but I actually can't reach it with my Fireball. That feels awful. All right, how are we going to make a comeback here? I think we Barbaro to reach as far as we can so that we can finish off the bomb tower so it doesn't end up hitting my recruits. And then we can go for Rail Hogs left. Because we're probably going to take the tower on the right anyway, right? Might as well not overcommit there. I could go arrows. I want to finish that off so we can take 2 towers. Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, baby. But even though it didn't look so good for us, even though it wasn't looking super spicy, it's looking good now. All right, with the King Tower activated, that's a vibe. This guy's running Expo, but it's with Princess instead, guys. I'm telling you right now, he's an Expo player. My man's an Expo player. He's an X-Bro. Oh my gosh, that Barbaro came up clutch. Did you guys see that? I totally thought the Princess was going to finesse me. I bet you he goes in for the ability. Let's go recruits. Make sure he can't do that. Right into recruits you go, bro. That's how it's going to go. Oh my gosh, my tower's at 300 HP. All right, we're going to go Royal Hogs here just to apply more aggression and maybe 3-crown him. The fact that he's got bomb tower is a little bit scary, not going to lie. He's dead, though. He's dead. He's going to get 3 crown. 3 crown is inevitable, my friend. He's going to have mini P.E.K.K.A so he can counter Mega Knights, but he got destroyed. That was not that close. How do you get all your cards to max level? I've been playing the game forever, man. I've been playing the game forever. Do you know Luxembourg? It's a really small, beautiful country. I have never visited there, but I've heard about it. I used something similar to Dr. Puerto Rico's deck for this challenge, and I think you showed it before. I ended up going 12-1. Yeah, Dr. Puerto Rico's deck with Mighty Miner and Royal Recruits and Dark Goblin, that's super solid. I think that's a good deck for sure. SirTag, you always brighten my day ever since I fell into a heartbreak. You've always made me smile, says Kristen. Aw, Kristen, I'm sorry that you got heartbroken. Life goes on, though. You're going to find awesome people in this world. In the moment, whenever something bad happens and you break up or you end a friendship or a relationship, or maybe even you just have bad moments with someone that you were close to before. It doesn't even have to be anything like that. And you just got to realize that you're going to find awesome people in this world because there's an abundance of them. It's just crazy how many cool people there are if you open yourself up to it and you find people through like sports, through clubs, through different activities. You will always find great people. And yeah, there's no shortage of them. There's no shortage of them. How old do you got to be to visit the Supercell thing in Finland? I'm not sure. I have no idea. I feel like if you're under 18, you're going to need a parent, and then they would be less inclined to invite people that are younger because it's going to be harder to, like, it'll probably logistically be more difficult for them to invite people that are younger. So, wait. What is this guy doing? He's just going to all in and loses. He's going to lose 100%. I might even 3 crown him. I'm excited to see what happens here, though. Let's go Zappy so we can separate the battle healer away. And then I guess I'm going to Fireball on this just to damage everything down a little bit faster. We can Barbaro afterward. Maybe not the best decision of my life. I don't keep the tower alive, unfortunately. Yeah, it wasn't the best. It was not the best. I can attest that wasn't the best. He might just get 3 crown, though, because he doesn't have E-Barbs back in cycle. Okay, cool. On to the next one. Let's go. You think you can beat Ian or Riley in a 1v1? I'm not better than I'm not better than them as a player, but I can beat literally anyone in the game. That's the thing about Clash Royale. Once you reach a certain level, you get a good matchup, you get a good card cycle. You can beat anyone in the game at that point. At my skill level, I beat Igor. And that's like, that was recently in a global tournament like 3 or 4 months ago or whatever. Yeah, and Igor finished #1 in the world like 5 or 6 times. He played CRL at the highest level. I mean, I've beaten most top ladder players like once or twice before. And sometimes I'll get lucky, and sometimes that's just really cool. But yeah, once you're like a top 1,000, 2,000 world player, you can get lucky, you can get a good matchup, and you can beat anyone. Yeah, if you don't understand that, then you'll see, you know, that's just how it is. And that does not necessarily mean that you're a better player than them. It does not mean that you're a better player than them. Because Clash Royale, there's a lot of luck in this game. There's a lot of luck in this game. The better player will win the majority of the time, but better players can still lose to you. Are you going to stream the Royale tournament? No, I'm just going to be streaming this today. We're going to be streaming this challenge and showing you guys how to dominate the Rocker Barbarians. Let's go, baby. For the Rock Barbarians. Rock Barbarians challenge. Easy. All right, we're going to go in for this and then go Zappies afterward. Hogrider getting raged up is a bit of a conundrum for me. Definitely not something I wanted to see. Is the Royal Giant deck that you mentioned free-to-play friendly? No. There's another free-to-play friendly version. So you know what? I'll have the free-to-play version of a good Royal Giant deck in the comment section as well, and I'll have the overall best one. How did you play Clash Royale? So I was sick in bed, and my brother ended up showing me, hey, check out this video game. Check it out. I'm like, okay, this is stupid. I don't play mobile games. Mobile games suck. I'm a StarCraft 2 master. All I do is play PC games all the time. Age of Empires, StarCraft 2. My brother's like, dude, you got to try this out. It's worth it. And then I did it. And then I got addicted, and I never put my phone down. So, yeah. Clash Royale was a bit of a journey for me. Definitely something that, I don't know, I never thought would work out, but it ended up being the game that I played the longest in my entire life out of everything else. So it's really, really cool. Collab with OJ? Yeah, maybe in the future. I think that could be cool. I haven't done very many collabs, but after going to Finland, I got so much more motivation. I got way more motivation. Just is what it is. Why does your face look tired? I get that a lot. I have genetic under eye circles, man. It's just how I look, you know? I'm really happy with everything about my life. Super, super fortunate to be happy and healthy. And, you know, I can't complain about anything like that. But yeah, commenting about people's physical appearance, generally not something that you should do because you never really know, right? You could be like, why are you overweight? And then someone could have thyroid issues, right? And if someone has thyroid issues, they can't really change their appearance from that perspective. You know, also like if someone has acne, sometimes it's hormonal acne and they're not able to change that as well. So just be conscientious of that. For me, you're completely fine saying that. I have thicker skin. But yeah, you know, like for most people, they don't really like hearing physical appearance type of stuff. Love you, SirTag. What is the meta deck right now? A lot of meta decks are still going to be Graveyard with Ice Wizard and Baby Dragon because Ice Wizard and Baby Dragon, super, super, super strong with just the meta. A lot of people are going to be running beatdown decks, I assume, after the balance changes. And if you're running Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon, Tornado, and then like Poison or Fireball, you're able to clobber all the annoying Elixir Golem decks quite easily and comfortably too. I have it as well. I get it a lot, says Yoak TC. Yeah, man, sometimes, you know, that's just how life is. That's how it be. It's funny that you can read chat at the same time and win with no issues. Well, this is one of my main decks in Clash Royale. I'm a top 1,000 and 2,000 world player, and this is one of the decks that I use to push up as high as possible. So, if you're wondering why I'm able to do that, this deck I'm really good at. Do you feel okay? Your voice sounds tired. Yeah, I mean, I ended up going on a trip, so I've been on the airplane for like, I don't know, 10 hours yesterday, 9 hours yesterday. Life has been pretty good. But at the same time, obviously, I don't know. I think I will be resting a little bit more today afterwards. Just with I think my throat maybe in the morning is going to be a little bit less energetic, or it's just going to be a little bit, my voice is different in the morning, right? You wake up, you do something, and you're like, wait, my voice is different. That's just how it is in the morning, at least for me. When are you going to play Stumble again? I don't know, man. It was a really, really, really fun game, and I want to play with Tribe. I do want to play with Tribe. I think that could be awesome. Thank you for all the donations, man. I have the same banner, LOL. Yeah, this banner's OP. Honestly, Rail Recruits at the river in this game mode is not bad. I usually go Zappies in the back and then Rail Recruits, but it's actually not bad at all. Because immediately it applies pressure on both sides, and the recruits that are raged up give you such a huge advantage. I'm going to go Goblin Cage here. I genuinely do not like dropping in this spot most of the time, but I think I had to. Oh man, Witch is not bad either. Witch is really ruining our day. Oh my gosh, Anderson, how could you? You should stream more. Definitely a different experience from videos. Yeah, of course. I love streaming and talking to you guys and having this type of interaction, right? On videos, we don't have the time to do question and answers. We don't have the luxury of interacting in real time and talking about things that you guys want to see and things that I was thinking about saying. Like, for instance, I can't talk about my Finland trip for a long period of time like I did today. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's really, really cool to be able to have that luxury of being able to do that. All right, so we're going to go recruits here, and then we might end up losing, but it's okay. We're still learning from this. Learning from our situations. Everyone's got Mega Knight, which is a bit of a nuisance for sure, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I think I take left-hand tower. I think I'll take left-hand tower. Especially if I can go for a fly machine here. And he isn't ready. Oh, the fly machine doesn't cross the river. Oh, it did. Dang, that's weird. I thought it didn't. But I guess the shadow was slightly over the river. It's interesting to see that. All right, let's go Zappies and split them. Oh my gosh, the Witch is doing so much damage. Do you play other Supercell games? Yeah, I do sometimes. Usually when they're new, I try to test them out, but that's about it. Generally for me, for new games, I have to be like really loving it to create content on it. So I haven't made content on any of the new Supercell games that you guys saw OJ create content on, or other YouTubers as soon as they like come into beta, they create content on. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I want to do anything like that. I know OJ did something with like Squad Busters or whatever, and that seemed really cool. I might do some content on that game, just because the IP is universally through and through all the Supercell games, and I thought that was really quite cool. I want to go arrows, and then we can go for another set of Rail Hogs just to keep the pressure on. So then he's going to be focusing on defending. Okay, never mind. I was optimistic that he was focused on defending. Oh, retargeted. Get wrecked, Mega Knight. Get wrecked. No, wait. How did it hit my tower? We have to watch that. I want to see what happened there. That did not make sense. How did that hit my tower? Legitimately, I thought the Mega Knight was turned around and targeting a Zappy. How did that work? Someone let me know. That was crazy. I personally like the video format, but it's really nice tuning into a stream here and there to hear about a YouTuber's life. Yeah, that's why more of my stuff is going to be content-based in videos. But whenever I want to, I'll be doing live streams. Just interact and chill with you guys. Also, guys, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to help me out for free, the best way of doing that is just liking the video. If you like this type of content and you want to see more streams in the future, or even if you don't really love it and you just want to support me, the best way of doing that is just liking this video and subscribing, because I put out a video every single time that there's a new challenge. Whenever there's a new challenge or an event, as soon as it comes out, I will be giving you guys a breakdown on how to win it and the best way of playing it. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, so let's see how this Mega Knight ended up hitting it. Oh, it hit it twice. I'm woefully incorrect. So I didn't think it hit here. It did. It hit 2 times. It was turned around and it splashed onto it. That's kind of crazy, right? We would have never thought. It did a 360 turn? Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. Not expect that to work out so well for him. Oh yeah, if you are like me and you're waiting for the new new update and you don't want to unlock any of your chests, so I have this open chest thing. If you go to Pass Royale and you unlock, let's do this so then we can. Here, yeah, you can unlock a chest like this. I'm pretty sure it will end up giving me the reward. Let's go. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm saving all of my Pass Royale stuff, every single ounce of it, so I can still fulfill these weekly bonuses. Oh, wait, let's do this. Yeah, I haven't done this yet. Let's go in and open up some stuff as we go, because it's kind of fun. Wait, did I get one of the best ones? I feel like that's an extremely rare one, right? Or is that high? There's no way that's high chance. Oh, is rare? That is one of the dopest banners they've had so far. You got to be joking me. That is so cool. I love that one. I think that's incredible. The electric spirits in the background with all these different emotions. I don't know. I vibe with that. Also, what emote do you guys like? Should I get the Archer Queen one or should I get the Skeleton King one? Let me know in the chat. I'll get the one that you guys like. So spam the one that you want me to get in the chat as I get enough rewards for it. So, oh, I almost went in the wrong thing. Could you hit the gritty? Dude, I don't know how to hit the gritty. Oh, I don't even know what that means, actually. I feel like I should, but I'm not going to lie to y'all, right? I think it's a dance, right? Like Ludwig's dance or whatever, the meme dance that he did. Oh, man. Skeleton King, Skeleton King, Skeleton King. Everyone's about the Skeleton King life. Where are the Archer Queen lovers at? Where are the Archer... There's one Archer Queen lover. Creatures of the Night. He's the only one that gives the Archer Queen some respect. Or maybe he's the only Archer Queen simp. We never know. We never know. But yeah, no one else cares about the Queen. Have you played Among Us before? My friend Kristen wants to know. I've definitely played Among Us. I've played it with a whole bunch of my friends, my girlfriend's friends. That was one of those things that we did in 2020. Like, we grinded Among Us. It was a vibe. Or 2021, I'm not sure. But around that time period, we played a lot of Among Us just for fun. Queen always. Queen, queen, queen. I love the Queen. Oh my gosh. Timmy. Timmy. Timmy's out here with the wild stuff. All right, all right. I'm happy you've been using Sparky decks. I love Sparky. Yeah, Sparky's just fun to play, man. For videos and YouTube content, I always try to create videos on decks that are fun. I never want to create content on things that I personally don't enjoy. So, for instance, I really dislike Expo. I think the games take way too long when you play it. I have a lot of respect for Expo players because I think that the deck still takes an absurd amount of skill. There's a lot of precise placements. There's a lot of intricacies that you have to know to be able to break through someone that's got a Golem Mega Knight deck at mid-ladder. Like, winning those matchups, so tough. But, at the same time, I don't like playing Expo myself because every time that I play it... Also, I missed the witch. But every time that I end up playing it, I just feel bored, right? Like, even when I win, the games aren't that satisfying for me personally. I feel like I just sit there and I wait to win, and the games just take so long. Every game, you're not able to 3-crown. Every game. Sometimes it's going to go into overtime, and you have to spell cycle the opponent. I don't like that. Also, Lobhound, not that fun for me. A lot of times when I play it, I go right into Wizard and Inferno Tower, Tornado, and there's no way to outplay it. So I think with Golem, there's ways of winning, right? My Golem deck, you can get an Elixir advantage with Elixir Collector and then outplay even somehow some of the worst matchups in the game. Lobhound, it doesn't have the brute strength that the Golem deck has. The support cards aren't as strong generally. You don't have like Electro Dragon, Lumberjacks, E-Barbs. And also on top of that, you just are more susceptible to getting worse matchups. So personally for me, I try to stick with the decks that I enjoy. And the decks that I don't vibe with, even if you guys request it a lot, I want to make sure that I enjoy making videos every day. So I just won't create videos on that very often. Maybe I'll do it once in a while. Maybe it'll be on my second YouTube channel, which is SirTag, if you guys want to check that out. I might even have an interview with Drew coming out on that channel. So definitely take a look at there. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be a vibe. So anyway, I'll just continue to create content on the stuff that I enjoy. So my YouTube content is sustainable and that I actually will enjoy creating content every day. So many YouTubers get burnt out. And the main reason that I don't get burnt out and that I'm able to create so much content and work as often as I do, I don't count playing as work. I count, creating content and really being involved in the editing process, really being involved in micromanaging all of the things to make the videos perfect, or at least as good as I can make them. That's the work. And then the sponsorships to secure enough money to create content, because all the sponsorship money allows me to fuel my editing costs, for instance. And that's a lot of work behind the scenes. Also, Navid says, "You are such an amazing person. I stopped playing Clash Royale 2 years ago, and I still watch your videos daily. You just make my day every time. Keep being the awesome person you are," says Navid. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Guys, get some hearts in the chat, or just, I don't know, just give some appreciation to Navid for the $14 donation. And that's the way that, I always want my content to feel, right? I want to have the content be entertaining and also give some sort of, educational background on either the meta or how to play the game a little bit better. Because for me, if I'm just covering the game 24/7, 365, and there's no personality in my edits, and there's nothing that I personally enjoy, then I think there's no reason to watch the video after you quit. There's no reason to watch Clash Royale content from top tier pros because, or just like, I guess for me, I just don't see a reason to watch top tier pros after you leave the game, because you're not able to learn much, and then there's not as much personality if there aren't any cool things that you like personally, right? Sometimes I guess some people will end up having a really good personality and they'll talk a lot and they'll have great commentary. But if I'm just breaking down the game and there's no edits that I enjoy, there's no talking about fun things or analogies of things that I think are funny, then I don't know, I wouldn't be having that much fun with the content, because I would get bored of the game eventually, or I wouldn't have as much fun. And to have that extra layer of stuff that is enjoyable for me just makes the experience a lot better. Without the community, right, in Clash Royale, I genuinely don't know if I would be creating content near as often as I am. I might be creating content half the time. If there wasn't as much of an awesome community behind me and people that I was able to talk to on the daily and just get, feedback from my videos, right? The fact that I can create a video on my YouTube channel, I can put it out, and then immediately people swarm the comment section and are like, "Jake, I love this about you," or "I love this thing that you did in your videos." Or for instance, yesterday, people are like, "I noticed the improvement that you made. I love the fact that you ended up incorporating elixir count under the face cam on the zoom in edits. So it's a little bit more of a tidbit of information that made the videos so much better." I'm like, the fact that people notice that, it makes me want to improve my videos more often. And then also on top of that, it's immediate just satisfaction, and having that makes Clash Royale content and just Clash Royale in general 10 times better. So I want to say thank you to you guys, and also I want to be totally transparent about that. How can I get Phoenix if you can't trade for it? I'm not sure, man. I also don't really want to give a bad answer if I'm unaware of how to get it. Cheers from Brazil, Jake. Yo, what's up, Eduardo? One of my editors is from Brazil, and he's such an awesome guy. Thanks for reading my text. I really enjoy watching your content. It makes my stress go away from work and life in general. Love you, man. Yeah, that's what, content should be. It should help you, disconnect from real life, enjoy some good times, and hopefully, just do something that you wouldn't typically do in real life, right? For instance, I don't know. It's like being able to watch, meme Clash Royale content with a whole bunch of edits. Obviously not something that you're going to have in real life. You're not going to see someone screaming at their phone and being like, what the heck? How is the executioner walking on water? That type of stuff doesn't happen. Everyone will look at me and be like, bro, you are in a subway and you are screaming about your phone. So yeah, it's like having that experience where we can connect and I don't know, just have a good time and do things that we typically wouldn't in real life. Obviously, like, I still get that type of emotion, but I can't really scream on a subway or be like, yo, let's go. My girlfriend, like, looks at me like, okay. One of the things that I noticed is people are like, Jake, you're way too happy. You're way too satisfied with things. Like, for instance, whenever we got free food, I could not stop smiling. On the trip, whenever I got food, you guys can ask the Royale API guy. You can ask Coach Corey, even Morton. He'll be like, Jake just keeps smiling and keeps eating food. I was nonstop happy because of that the entire time. And it was pretty funny. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think my personality is definitely built more towards YouTube, and it could definitely get annoyed. Like, I don't think that they were annoyed by it, but like, it could definitely get annoying for some people being like, why is this guy like out here just like so eager for everything? But yeah, whenever I have new experiences and stuff, I can't help but get excited, which works really well for YouTube because generally people like seeing other people being happy, right? But doesn't always work in real life as well, right? Did you guys hear about the new evolutions? Executioner learned how to swim. Oh yeah, that was such a good edit. I love that. It was probably one of my favorite edits that we've ever done, honestly. Anyway, we're gonna go for Zappies here in the corner because we don't want the Electro Dragon to chain onto our Zappies. We don't want our Zappies to get zapped. I love how you take the time out of your days to read so many comments. Most creators say that they do and they never actually read them. It means so much to know that you listen. Yeah, I think some creators will just say that because it will improve their interactions, right? They'll want to end up being like, hey, I got more videos or I got more comments on my video, so then I will get more likes and stuff. For me at the start, it ended up being that, right? Like I wanted to respond so then I could give people an incentive to comment more often, so then I could boost my stats on the video. That's just how it was. And then I slowly but surely like got to the point where I wanted to read all the comments because not only did I realize that it helped my videos getting your guys' feedback, but it also made me motivated and happy, right? It made it feel like I wasn't just, you know, talking to some, like, just, I don't know, there's this massive disconnect when you're talking to someone or texting someone and you can't see them, right? But when you get to meet people in real life that have watched my videos or even from Supercell, then it starts to become like a reality where you're like, wow, you know, I'm actually making people's days better, or on top of that, like, I can have some type of impact with my videos that is real. Like, everything that people are saying in these comments, like, it's legitimately, like, impactful. And it was so cool. So cool. So when I started to realize that, I started to take a lot more pride in reading comments just because, I don't know, it's a feels good man thing for me. Selfishly, it makes me feel really good to read all your guys' comments. And, yeah, I don't get to respond to every single one, but I'll heart it to show that I read it most of the time. All right, you hit a gritty by doing this with both hands. Put your legs back with that, and then hands on your eyes back and forth. I don't want to do it because I don't know if it's offensive. I would have to read it, all right? I'll read about it, all right? I'll read about it. And then if you ask me to do it on the next stream and it's okay and it's not something offensive, then I'll do it, all right? I'll do it for you next stream if it's something that's not offensive, all right? Oh, man. I have no idea what it is. But here's the thing, guys. I am told to, like, say and do a lot of things. And if I don't know what it is, a lot of times it'll be extremely offensive to some people. And then if I do that, then it would, yeah, I just don't want any controversies or any bad stuff to happen. I'm just about the life of, like, no cancel culture, no bad vibes, just enjoying what I do. So I try to stay away from cancel culture as much as possible from the perspective of, like, you know, it's not worth getting people upset about those type of things. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how it is. That's how it should be too, right? I think people have a choice to get upset a lot of times, and most of the time people choose to get upset. And I'm not about that life of being there. Your energy is really infectious. I love it. Love you, man. Thank you for being here. But yeah, thank you for the $5. I'm sorry that I got to disappoint you and not do it right now, but I just, I've said things. So one of my introductions to it online in general as a streamer is there someone saying stuff in different languages? And I was like, yo, what does that mean? And he's like, oh, you know, it just means like some really nice things. Like it means I love you, or not I love you, because that was too easy to understand. What was it? It was like talking about, oh, I love playing Pekadex or something. That's what he said. That's what he's like. Yo, it's like, and in reality, it was some like massive insult with swears and things that I didn't understand. And I said it, and I was like, wait, I just probably offended a ton of people. I also probably just said something that was extremely inappropriate. I can never say things or do things that I don't know in the future. And I think that's an important lesson that everyone should have, right? Like, straight up, imagine if people were not held accountable, but like, imagine if people were like having that experience and they do something wrong and then they immediately have a learning lesson, right? So many people jump to the headline of articles or outsource and try to like get their information or their viewpoints from friends or just random people on the internet without really realizing what they're doing and what really went on. How often will you guys see an article or just like an excerpt or a cutout of a conversation, and then people will take that as the actual meaning of everything, and they won't think more than that. They'll just say, yeah, this is the article, so it has to be right. And they trust the internet completely. Trusting the internet on everything is really bad. So that's just one of those things that a lot of groupthink. There's a lot of people just not necessarily coming up with their own conclusions. And yeah, that's the one of the main things I learned on the internet. Got to come up with your own conclusions. Got to understand everything that you're talking about before you make conclusions that could potentially be harmful for other people. Obviously, mine wasn't that harmful because it was just words. But like sometimes you can say something or feel something and ruin someone else's reputation, for instance. I think that happens way too often. Anyway, I want to win this without losing any games. Let's see what we can do. We're going to go Zappies here as well. And then I think I got to go arrows or fireball. I think fireball is probably a bit better. Knocking back the witch. Arrows here immediately. Really bad lumberjack for him, so that's good for us. Obviously, we take those. Kill fly machine here because we haven't seen anything super scary. He clicks the monk ability, then he's going to be toasted and roasted by these piggies. And the fly machine locks on a tower, so that should be all she wrote. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, man. Calm down. We're going to fireball in the back, and you're not going to be able to stop this attack. Easy. So that was a clean 12-0 in this challenge with this Rail Hogs Rail Recruits deck. If you guys want to see more tips from it, you can rewind to the very start of the video. I break down the deck. I talk about why it's strong. And I hadn't played Clash Royale in 5 days. 5 days, guys. I didn't even touch the game, really. And we were able to go through and win 14 games in a row because we ended up testing out the challenge and the deck at the very start. So kind of crazy. I guess I played a couple games here and there, like just when I was waiting in between some Supercell events that, when I was in Finland. But as you can see, like I barely played at all. And then I just grinded 14 wins in a row with this deck. By far the best deck in this challenge. Even if you play against Mega Knight Valkyrie like I did earlier, it was extremely easy. So yeah, highly encourage you guys to pick this up if you want to have a good time in the challenge. Also, if you want to try out something else, here's a really fun log bait deck with the Mighty Miner, Wall Breakers, and Goblin Barrel for multiple win conditions. When the Mighty Miner gets raged up and it locks on the tower, it is incredibly unfair. You guys let me know down in the comment section if you think there is a card that I missed. If there's another card that I should have tried out. Maybe like Mini P.E.K.K.A. or Elite Barbarians or Mighty Miner. What is the card that you think is the strongest in the challenge? I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Me personally, I would say I like Mighty Miner the most. I would say that Mighty Miner by itself is probably the strongest. Yo, oh my gosh. All right, so what was it again? I think everyone said Skeleton King before they started to simp for the Archer Queen. So we're definitely going to go unlock the Skeleton King. There it is. Yo, look at that. In all of its glory. And then we're going to spend some time unlocking some banners as well at the very end. But yeah, super solid stuff. Mighty Miner? Yeah. Any tips to get better at the game? Every single day, I'll try to give you guys tips and breakdowns of unique things that you can do to get better at Clash Royale. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the thing that you're watching right now, because there's a daily video at 3 p.m. Eastern every day. Also, like the video if you want to support me for free as we go through and unlock a lot more stuff. So yeah, huge thank you to everyone that is here. Let's see what we can get. Give me some good luck in the chat too, because I need some good banners out here. Baby Hog, not bad, but that doesn't feel super sick or anything like that. Also, John Dabney, thank you for the $10, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I don't think this one's that cool. It was a high chance one, or was it a rare? It was a rare. It was rare with Mother Witch. Honestly, I feel like sometimes the high chance ones like this, was this high chance? Seriously, this is so unique. A pancake banner. Like, there's no shot that that should be high chance, while this Mother Witch one is rare. Sometimes I think they mess up the rarity on these things. Fireballed. I like this. Look at the fire like on the outline of the border. I think that looks really cool. Also, I'll be having a short today a little bit later on. So if you guys want to see more content from me, just check out the channel again in another 6 hours. And I'll be having a really cool short clip for around, I don't know, probably around 60 seconds. You guys can check that out. It's going to be a cool concept or a cool moment that I had in Clash Royale. All right. Let's keep going. Yo, what's up, Leon? What's going on, man? Sometimes Supercell will remove you from the creator code for some reason. Yeah, every 7 days, the creator code expires. So you got to put it in again. That just is what it is. Getting the Mother Witch one at the Eye of the Beholder. Not a great one, but not a bad one. All right, let's gem one more. Give me something good, please. Oh, let's go. I wanted that one so bad. I like Fire Spirit. I think it's one of the coolest and cutest cards in the game. All right. Just keep jamming. Just keep jamming. Also, I would advise you guys not to do this unless you're fully maxed out. If you're a free-to-play player, your best value is going to be buying the gold so you can upgrade your cards quicker, and then also the cards in the shop. That is by far your best value. And then if there's a champion that you really want, that could be worth it. But most of the time, the champions just cost so much for how much they're worth. Better to just get them out of chests. Unless you can't unlock it because you're not high enough arena or something like that. All right, so let's go here. What up, says Joseph? No, dude, nothing. Not much. Not much at all. We're just chilling, unlocking some banners before we peace out for the day. I love the little rhymes you throw in your videos. I catch myself laughing. I can't stop myself. That's just my personality. I think it's fun. I think sometimes it's witty. Sometimes it's not. But it's just fun for me to say it. Whatever comes to my mind, I say. And rhymes are a big part of my personality of what I enjoy. So, yeah, if I like it, you know, that's what will be in my videos. It's always a reflection of me. Videos are the things that I enjoy and the things that I like. And if you like that, then you vibe with my humor. And if you don't, it's totally fine too, because not everyone likes the same stuff. I'm glad that you like my stuff though, man. Also, we got the Rowdy Crowd banner. Let's go. That's another really good one. I think that was the best one all day. Take a look. That one's so cool. Wait. The archer's going to shoot the goblin. Wait, look at that. The goblin with the hard eyes. Is the goblin with the hard eyes like, she's Cupid? And then the other one's like, I'm not getting shot. My friend is. I'm happy. And then he's got his mouth open. It's like he's ready to eat the arrow or something. I don't know. I think that the positioning of the asset of like the archer is really funny in correspondence to the background unit sometimes. So that was really cool. So yeah, guys, let me know down below in the comment section on what you guys want to see for future videos in this meta. If there's anything that you guys think that I missed that you guys want me to do in future videos, let me know. And I'll be reading all the comments. Excited to see you guys and see what you guys have to say. No matter when you're watching, no matter where you're watching, have an amazing rest of your day. And I'll see you guys soon. There will be a short later tonight, and there's going to be a video every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern. Again, before we leave, 14 wins in a row with this deck. I can't say enough good things about it. I broke down how to play it earlier on. And yeah, you should win against every single matchup if you play it correctly. Royale Recruits when raged up is absolutely overpowered, and it was a ton of fun. I'll see you guys later. And